Hello, YouTube. This is Bash here, bringing you here for the Krash Season 5 finals, where we're up against Dawnmidst and I want to say Mexico Lombres. Okay, that's what it is, yeah. His team consists of Aegislash, Latios, Seismitoad, Terrakion, Galarian Weezing, Shaman, Mega Gyarados, Volcarona, and Morpeko. My team consists of Tornteed, Mega Dancy, Jirachi, Rillaboom, Skuntank, Palisand, Entei, Como, Milotic, and Trapinch. And I can go really brief over my team, but definitely check out the team builder. Went up yesterday. If you wanted more in depth of what I'm bringing and why I'm bringing it for this match. So yeah, keep that in mind. But Mega Dancy is a speed creeping rock polish, Moonblast, Diamond Storm, Earth Power set. Jirachi is a Stealth Rock, Iron Head, Thunderwave U-turn set with like a lot of just investment everywhere, to be honest, to be able to not get 2A killed by close combat from Terrakion, to help deal with Latios and Shaman. So Como is a Life Orb, Dragon Dance, Dragon Claw, Earthquake, Thunder Punch, a lot of defense thrown in there, and like almost max attack Adamant to help with Mega Gyarados, because Mega Gyarados is a huge threat to my team. Entei is a heavy-duty boots, Spadef set with Earth, Extreme Speed, Sacred Fire, Stone Edge, Roar. Milotic is a Flame Orb Recover, Scald, Ice Beam, Haze set, and Torrentee is a Life Orb, Hurricane, Heat Wave, U-turn taunt set. So let's go into the match. So based off a team preview, he brought Terrakion, Seismitoad, Aegislash, Mega Gyarados, Galarian Weezing, and Shaman. So he brought the same team as last time as like me, because we did play before. But he didn't. The only thing he did was he replaced Volcarona with Aegislash. I'm guessing Aegislash is going to be like Max Spadef to help with Mega Dancy, Torrentee. I'm guessing Terrakion, Scarf, Seismitoad with Fizz Def with like Stealth Rocks, Toxic, knockoff kind of thing. Galarian Weezing could be Spadef, defensive. I don't know, but it could help for Como. Shaman could be a more bulky set, I think. Even more bulky set, because it can't really hit Torrentee that hard, to be honest. And Aegislash, other than for Toxic, Aegislash is a... no, I talked about it. Mega Gyarados is definitely going to be D-Dan set. 100%. I think Crunch, Ice Fang, Power Whip for my team, so that's something you need to keep in mind for this match. But yeah, let's go into this. I believe I'm going to lead off Torrentee because I knew, I said in team build, I believe I'm always going to leave Torrentee in this matchup. The only bad situation was if he leads Terrakion in this, honestly, because otherwise I do with everything else pretty well. Like I guess actually like a Heat Wave, I could U-turn, Seismitoad I taunt, Gyarados I taunt, Galarian Weezing I could just Hurricane, Shaman could Hurricane. So Terrakion's the only bad lead for me if I lead Torrentee, which is exactly what he actually does, which is kind of annoying. So I'm going to switch out hard just to make sure that Scarf for Scarf. And he goes for a Stone Edge, and that shows that he is not invested at all. And I was really confused about this because I was expecting like Choice Band, a Life Orb, Choice Scarf Terrakion, like a really good like either Breaker or Endgame Sweeper. So that's something really confusing to me. But I'm just going to recover here, I believe. And I believe I go out to the Torrentee on this play. He brings in Seismitoad. In case he goes up for rocks, it's fine. But he makes a double into Shaman. Oh, shoot. Sorry about that. He makes the double into Shaman, which is really weird. Maybe he was expecting Como. I don't know. That's weird, but I get Torrentee in, and I click Hurricane. I miss. Kind of sucks because that's gonna be really crucial for later on. For at least scouting what the set is. So he misses Stone Edge. I mean the Hurricane miss is all right. Like it's just gonna show me what kind of like set this Terrakion is. Sort of, which I'll go into in a bit because you'll see later on why that's important to know. But he misses Stone Edge. It's gonna do like 10-15%, I think, or I don't know. Like it's gonna do like negligible percent. So I'm gonna make a double back into Torn T, predicting this switch out of Shaman. Is I'm gonna go Aegis. He's going Aegis Slash, and I'm gonna go for the Hurricane. Get some damage off and get the confusion. Now here's the thing. I should have went for Hurricane again here, but I went for I want to go for a Heat Wave here just in case to see what Aegis Slash has said this. But he's max Def Aegis Slash. But I want to go for a Heat Wave, get some damage off, and he shows to be Assault Vest. He's Assault Vest and like max like max Def, I think. It's interesting to know. So that means my Lurk is always free on Terrakion. He misses the Stone Edge. It's literally gonna do like nothing. It's gonna bounce off, but that's something good to know. Is I'm gonna just pivot. I think no, I Scald. I get a crit burn. The burn's not gonna really matter too much, I guess, because like the burn, like because he's natural cure kind of thing. Crit, I guess, a little bit more extra, but I don't know yet. But I'm gonna go into Torn T. He goes for a Sea Flare. Should have count this because with this damage, he shows to be choice specs, and yeah, I'm just gonna Hurricane again. Oh no, I U-turn. I U-turn out the scout for what he wanted to do. And I'm gonna go into Jirachi. Oh no, I go Melodic. I go Melodic this turn. My bad. I go Melodic, and I could either Scald, I could recover. But he missed the Stone Edge again. He's been missing all his Stone Edges, to be honest. Like he's hit one Stone Edge his entire time. It's already down to half his Stone Edges left, which is really good for Torntia at least. But I could just go for Ice Beam or Scald. I go for Ice Beam, predicting the Shaman to come in. He goes Seismic Toad. I'm gonna go into Torn T, I believe. Expecting Seismic Toad to come in, and I believe I go for a Taunt here because I don't want to get toxic. Yeah, I go for a Taunt here to see what he wants to do. I could U-turn now. Torn T's gonna be worn down a lot more, but actually I go for Melodic still because I'm still scared of Scarf Stone Edge, but like for some reason if he's I don't know, like. He's definitely a Assault Vest, though. I should have just clicked U-turn. Actually, no. I know why. I didn't want to take more Life Orb recoil, so that's kind of why. But I'm going to go with my Melodic here. Goes for a Stone Edge. Does a decent amount. I can recover here pretty freely, though. He's down to 3 Stone Edges left. He goes into Shaman, which is something to note. And I could go, you know what I could do? I'm going to go right into Entei right here. Because Entei is literally here for Aegis Slash Shaman, if Aegis Slash is special, I guess. As he goes for Dazzling Gleam, predicting, I guess, Como to come in, or Torn T. And I'm just going to fire off a Sacred Fire. Oh, no, I make it double into Torn T. My bad. On the Seismic Toad. I could have roared there, which would have been really nice, but I think that was better to hold on to it. I'm going to go for Hurricane, do a lot, get the confusion. He gets through it, though, and gets the Toxic off, which really sucks for wearing me down, to be honest. Because now I'm like going to get seriously worn down with Stealth Rocks, Life Orb, and Toxic damage. So I'm just going to go for the U-turn, predicting to switch out to Terrakion. And I think I go out to Jirachi at this point to get Rocks up here. Because I know that Terrakion's not going to do much to me, to be honest. I'm really defensive kind of thing. Probably should have. I got to go for Stealth Rocks here. I probably should have went for Thunderwave first. That way I would have outsped Terrakion. I could have even got a chance at Paralysis, which is going to be nice. And I got Rocks up next. But yeah, I think I Heart Switch out. No, I Thunderwave here. Get the Thunderwave off on the Aegis Slash, which is kind of nice. I'm going to get Leftovers Recovery, which is kind of nice too. I believe I Heart Switch out to Entei because I don't want to deal with the King Shield shenanigans, so or Shadow Sneak. But Aegis Slash gets paralyzed, kind of sucks because you got really good damage off on Entei. But this is the play I should have made one for Roar, to be honest. But I went for a Sacred Fire and I miss. So yeah, yeah, that kind of sucked. Would have had a really good chance, 50% chance to get a burn too, which would have negated leftovers. Obviously, the play was the Roar, but still Sacred Fire damage would always been nice against Seismic Toad, to be honest. Would have negated sort of his leftovers per se, so that would have been really nice. But most for Protect, I went out into Melodic on this play, expecting a Scald or Earth Power. As he goes for another Protect, I could go for the Ice Beam here, and I believe I double out. Do I double or? I think I double. No, I go over for cover just to get more HP up, I guess. Because actually, see, here's the thing. Like, I'm gonna go out to Entei here on this play, see what he wants to do. He can make the double out, which he does into Shaman, expecting. I guess he's scouting for the Ice Beam on the Milotic, but I'm gonna just take the Shaman out with Entei. So Entei's like one main job was like done basically. Now I just need it for like Roar and E Speed, and I guess like putting pressure on Eagle Slash, but like that's not the biggest deal in the world. What I could do here is I could make the Roar, or I could like double out to Milotic, which I do. I could have gone out to Torn T, but he goes into Gyarados. In hindsight, I probably should have gone Torn T right there. You'll see in a second why. But yeah, you're gonna see because I'm gonna double right into Como right now. And Mega Gyarados is gonna Dragon Dance. And now, mind you, my entire team loses to like even like the team I don't have in here. The only mon that can take on Mega Gyarados is this and Choice Scarf Rillaboom. Like honestly, and Rillaboom was not good this match with Aegis Slash and in the round and stuff. I guess it wasn't like with Volcarona, I guess. So Como is my only way to deal with this, right? So, but here's the thing: Como should right here to be able to take it out with Thunder Punch, Ice, Life Orb. It should KO. Unless he's like max HP, max like a really defensive kind of, I guess. But that's something to keep in mind. And he's gonna go for Ice Fang. I live 100% barring a crit. And I guess like the only way this goes wrong if he like crits, freezes or flinches. And if those don't happen, Milotic just wins. Like he doesn't have a single way to break Milotic at this point. Also, that means that Jirachi is a lot nicer this game too. To be honest, I guess like it frees a lot of things up. To be honest, Entei looks a lot better now with Gyarados gone. Gyarados gone, so that's something to keep in mind too. So let's go into this play. Gets the Mold Breaker up, right? And he crits. And that's it. I have no other responses to Mega Gyarados unless he misses. And that would be a miss against Milotic, because that's the only way I'm getting back in this game. And I just got to spam Haze against him. Only way I'm getting back in this game. Yeah, that flinch, that crit with Ice Fang basically ended Como. It basically ended the game. If that crit didn't happen, Mega Gyarados went down, right? Even if for some reason he's like max HP, max defense kind of thing. Extreme speed. I still have extreme speed on Entei. So it does like at that point, like Mega Gyarados would have been down, right? Now, Terrakion is defensive, right? It can't break. Aegis Slash is Spadef. Both Terrakion and Aegis Slash are very Spadef. Not like a lot of attack investment at all. Seismitoad is a protect Seismitoad with Scald and Stealth Rocks and Toxic, right? I think he shows. He didn't show Scald. So I know we talked about this after the game. And Glaring Weezing was a Choice Scarf. Glaring Weezing, yeah, but that can't touch Milotic. So I don't know. Like that was like he would have had to make like a crazy amount of plays, but he still would not. Like he would have had to stall out Milotic, I guess per se, like PP stall, to get back to win this game at this point, or crit, But even the crit with Aegis Slash is not going to do enough to Milotic, to be honest. So, yeah, the only way he would have to beat me is if he stalled me out of recovers with Milotic. And then I still have, like, my entire team left. If that's the point, I could still just spam Scald and Ice Beam kind of thing and just keep wearing down his team because of the fact that that makes it easier for Mega Dancing Torn T to win the game. Or even Entei to the extent, too. Once if Seismitoad's weakened a little bit more and Terrakion is pretty much done, like Entei could win too. Like honestly, and then Mega Nancy just wins if Mega Slash is gone, like is weakened too. So that's something to keep in mind. So this game, this is kind of how it works. It's Pokemon. It happens. It sucks. It has to be in the finals, but. What turn was this again? I just want to check. This was. I'll just come back to this again and again. So yeah, my only out right now is if you Haze, he misses Power Whip. Doesn't miss that. Second out, if he has Power Whip, if I somehow live this hit, Diancie, if I don't Mega Evolve, is really bulky. If I live this hit, I can Rock Polish and try to reverse sweep him, or something, or just break through his team. That's my second option, right? Or if he misses Power Whip, because I'm guessing he's Crunch, Ice Fang, Power Whip. No, he's Earthquake. Earthquake takes me out. Yeah. So that's another Mon down. And that was my last chance, I think, of winning this game. Unless he misses Ice Fang, or Power Whip. Ice Fang against Torn T. Yeah. So, and then I gave up at this point. Any chance I had left of this game is, I guess, Ice Fang, but like I don't think Torn T takes out Gyarados at this point anyway, Mega Gyarados. So Extreme Speed does nothing. I go down to Earthquake, Ice Fang. So yeah, let's go back to that pivotal turn. Right here. Okay. So I'm just throwing money this, to be honest, because I know what his sets are. Let me see if we can pull them up actually. I want to see if Glaring Weezing had anything other than like. Yeah, okay. So he was a Assault Vest, Stone Edge, Close Combat, Earthquake, Rock Polish, Terrakion. No attack investment, all max special defense, 64 HP, interesting speed. Jolly. Sazatoad was a max HP, max defense, basically bold. Sazatoad, Stealth Scald, Stealth Rex, Protect, Toxic. Eagle Slash was a leftover set with Shadow Claw, Iron Head, Toxic, King Shield. Mega Gyarados was Dragon Dance, Ice Fang, Power Whip, Earthquake. Glaring Weezing with a Choice Scarf, Strange Steam, Fire Blast, and HP Steel and Defog. Now, which is something also to discuss because, but this is for a different time, because we're just gonna like it didn't affect the game at all. Well, never mind. I won't even discuss it. But Shaman, Choice Specs, max special attack, max speed, Seed First, Earth Power, Dazzling Gleam, Leaf Storm. Now, yes, okay. So, since Shaman was gone, right? Shaman's gone at this point. Which, you know what, if I made a double into Torn T right there, that would have been like amazing play on the Shaman, I guess. But if I didn't get crit right there, Gyarados would be down. I'd be at like I'd probably have a little bit left of after recoil, after Life Orb. I would have died of rocks, or I would have died of the Life Orb hit or anything. So what he could have done is gone out to Glaring Weezing, probably showed off the Choice Scarf, or went Terrakion, took it out right there. Either way, at this point, if he goes to Glaring Weezing and he shows that he's Choice Scarf, I could go out to either, which I don't think he will, because I think that Strange Steam and Fire Blast both have a chance to miss. That's something to keep in mind. He'd probably go for HP Steel just to be sure, or he'd go for Strange Steam, I think. If he goes for Strange Steam, I could go out to Jirachi or Mega Diancie. I could go to Jirachi, actually, and just Thunder Wave, or I can U-turn out with Jirachi. If he goes to Terrakion, which is probably the play he'll make, I could go Milotic, and just recover up or Scald, or even Ice Beam to be honest, because Seismitoad might be a switch in right there. Because at this point, he did not have a single way to beat Milotic at all. Like, at all. If Komao didn't get crit. He just happened to pull out the card. Like, yes, there was many. I guess, like, the chances of me not being able to click Thunder Punch that turn were pretty high, though, to be honest, because of the possibility of crit, freeze, flinch. But still, that's, like, just something to keep in mind for this match. Yeah. What else is there to talk about? Seismitoad is his only way to deal with. Is the only way to be. He probably used Seismitoad as a pivot for Milotic a lot to just try to stall it out with Scalds, and I can use Torn T to try to break that. I mean, Torn T was actually pretty nice in this endgame, I guess, per se too. because tracking would have been weakened. Yes, I would have been weakened too. I would have been back up to, I believe, 82%. I think it was. No, that doesn't sound right. No, that's right. No, that's 82%. And I would have taken rocks damage, so I would have been at what, like, uh, uh, 56-ish, 50, something like that. And 56-ish, I guess, per se. I don't know. Like, I'm not doing the math right now in my head, but Torrent Heat then could have Hurricane, U-turn, or Heat Wave, and just pulled out a lot of the game. Glaring Weezing did not do much to Torrent Heat until Torrent Heat blew it back. Torrent Heat blew back Seismitoad. Torrent Heat could have blown back Aegis Slash, but yeah. So our season ends on a crit. But GG to Dawnmidst. Dawnmidst definitely deserved to be to win, though. To be honest, like in the championship at least, he had an amazing season. To be honest, and he made a lot of really ballsy plays just to make it into the finals. To be honest, like in my opinion, he even got a 6-0 in the semifinals, so that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, GG to Dawnmidst. I know we talked about it. It's unfortunate that this happened, but it's Pokemon. What are you gonna do? And we will be back for Krash Season 6. The one question is if I will be able to upload for it. Partially because I want to have quality uploads. And if Krash Season 6 starts when I think it will, I don't think I'm going to be able to record much because I'm not going to be able to record too much at during that time span at least. Maybe in the beginning, but definitely not during the middle and end of the season. So that's something to keep in mind. I do have a league coming up. A league I'm uploading soon, I think. Let me see when it goes up. Actually, I do have a league going up though. It should go up this weekend, actually. This weekend, I think. I think the draft analysis should go up this weekend. So that's something. At least you can have that for content for this league, at least. I also would like to say that that pretty much that I mean, yes, the Leaf Storms. Okay, that might be just like payback for the Leaf Storm missed last round, so for semifinals, but that's something to keep in mind. But yeah, GG to Dawnmidst. Congrats on the championship. We fell just barely short, just on a possible. I mean, we don't know exactly what would happen, but I don't think he would have been able to break my leg. But yeah, we kind of just fell short, which is kind of unfortunate. But that just means we're just gonna have to come back harder next season. And to be honest, the way the way I started out this season was kind of weird. I started out 0-2 in this league, and to come all the way back to make it all the way to finals, in an 8-week league, is pretty crazy to think about, to be honest. Because I think at this point, not including this match, I only lost one match after that, which is kind of crazy to think about. And that was TCMTL during the regular season. And I was really uncomfortable with my draft in the beginning, but I made a lot of transactions to help. I do want to try to get Como to be allowed to use Clanger Soul in this league, because I guess the other mods thought it should be banned, and I will always hold it over them. I was always hold it over Crypto and Sketch for banning it, because now I can officially say that it's better. It's definitely better than any of it's the best mascot out of us three. Yeah, I guess we can talk about the team for a bit. Let me see. Let me see if we can pull up this doc. Actually, you know what? Let's do this. I don't know how I want to put this here. Where is it? Okay. Yeah. Okay. Okay. We could shorten this down. And then pull this up, and then how do I want to put this? Sorry, give me I'm sorry about this. I just want to, you know what, we're gonna do a team, a recap of sort of the season, I guess, per se. Probably because I don't think I'll ever upload the regular season. To be honest. Okay, let's see. I'm gonna just do some live stuff real quick. Okay, just want to add this in here. I did not have this prepared at all, so we're just gonna do this live, I guess. Let me add this onto here. And I'm just gonna add these real quick in. Just so you know, gotta love nothing better than this. Quantified. Oh no, this was, and this was. Week 3 was this word. Duck sock. I think that was this is TCMTL. Jimmy. No, this is 8 weeks. Oops. What am I doing? This was Jimmy was week 7. Dawnmidst was here, and then week 5 or 6 was it? That's what I needed to make sure. I just want to check this real quick before I go into this. Week 6 was Phantom Base. Okay, Phantom Bass. And 01, 0, 20, 03, 50, 40, 20. And then this was a okay. 40, 10, and a 05. Okay, now let's go over this. Let me make this. No, that's fine. So during the season, so we had Sop, Volume, Splurge, Stuck Sap, Phantom, TCMTL, Phantom Bass, Jimmy, Dawnmidst, TC, and then for the regular season, and TCMTL, Crypto, and Dawnmidst for the playoffs. Now, I did originally have Heracross on the team. I had a couple other things. I just left Heracross on there because it was the only thing that actually mattered when I made those transactions. Because originally, originally my team had instead of Milotic, Entei, and Komao, I think it was. Oh, and Trapinch. Oops. Why did I don't have Trapinch right here. But Trapinch didn't come to anything. Okay, there we go. So, originally, copy this down actually just to make it better for everyone. Okay. So here's the thing. So, for week 1, I had a different team, but every other week, the rest of the season, I had a completely different team. So week 1, I had a team of Torrentine, Megadancy, Jirachi, Volcanion, Kyurem, Zebstrika, Heracross, Rillaboom, Skuntank, and Palossand. I didn't have Trapinch. I didn't have Entei. I did not have Milotic, and I did not have Komao. Now, the reason why I made those transactions is because I didn't feel comfortable with the team, to be honest. It wasn't good for what I wanted to do with the team. I wanted more ways to deal with steel types. That's why I made those transactions, because Heracross alone couldn't do it. So I felt like Milotic and Entei separating out the water and fire types to be able to deal with steel types allows more mons to deal with steel types a lot easier, and having Komao and adding Trapinch to the team, which, by the way, Trapinch was added, I think, after week 5. Oh no, after week 3. So I was valid for week 4. Never mind. For week 1, after that week 1 match, I realized that I needed to switch on my team. I wasn't comfortable with it at all, and it kind of turned around the season. After the Volume 1-0 loss, which, by the way, was kind of crazy. Basically, what happened was I missed Hurricane on the Nidoking, which meant that Nidoking was able to kill Torrentine and a lot of other mons, meaning that Cobra Knight was able to win at the end with a 1-0 win against outstalling Milotic. And then from there, week 3, Splurge, Megadancy picked up 6 kills. Crazy. That's the start of Megadancy's rampage this season. Ducksuck, we actually hacked Ducksuck at the end of his game. I got a crit Earth Power with Megadancy on Ducksuck to win the game on the Toxapex, which is kind of crazy to think of. It's kind of fortunate to think about, but yeah. But that Megadancy pulled off a huge game there. TCMTL lost that game. Did not have a way to beat Rotom Heat really. Other than Como, and I lost that to a lot of things. So I lost that to Mew, which offensive Mew. Phantom Bass, Megadancy just swept. Kind of crazy to think about, but yeah, Megadancy just swept that game. That was week 6. Yeah, Megadancy went off because basically what happened was Calm Mind versus Cosmic Power War. So I was Rock Polish, Cosmic Power. Megadancy, Phantom Bass was a trapping, Cosmic Power, Stored Power, Gothitelle, and Megadancy was always going to win that fight, actually, especially since he was sub. I think it was he was Citrus. No, wait, I forgot to say he wasn't rest, which is kind of weird to think about, but yeah, Megadancy just won the game after Choice Scarf Entei took out Excelgor. So just swept his team right there. So that's more kills for that. Jimmy was crazy. I got a Como belly drum sweep with Salikberry, setting up a sub on the Rotom Wash Toxic, and then just sweeping his team from there. Dawnmidst, for Dawnmidst, I was able to pull off a win through I didn't land any of my Hurricanes really against Dawn, so that really sucked with 20. But I was able to come back with this game with Como working as a way to check Mega Gyarados, and Entei as a way to checking a lot of his special attacking mons and be able to pressure offensively the team through that. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Yeah. And then of course you still know the TCMTL playoff games at least for that match. So go over the stats of this season. You could tell that Mega Dante. So Mega Dante was the kill leader this season for the overall league. Crazy. It was pretty wild. For the regular season, it had of 8 games, it had 17 kills, which kind of means that it didn't get a kill in playoffs. So that's something I want to keep in mind. A lot of people prepared a lot more for Mega Dante after seeing that. Torrenti did not do well this season. Now, it gets Nasty Pot. Um, it gets Nasty Pot is the main thing. But in my opinion, without Z moves, it's not worth a first round pick to me, I guess. Maybe I felt like I just used it the same way Torrenti usually is used in other gens. With except for the fact that I didn't run Z moves. So that's something to keep in mind. Jirachi was interesting. So Jirachi was I kind of liked a lot more of a bulky Jirachi with Thunderwave. I kind of like that kind of set, to be honest. Over Choice Scarf sometimes. Even though Choice Scarf is of course good, but I kind of like that set, to be honest. It was kind of weird, but I kind of enjoyed that. Kind of put in a decent amount of work. It went even for its differential, but it did put in a lot of work. What it needed to. Melodic. Now, Melodic's differential doesn't really play a set of a mind of what it actually does for my team. And Melodic was, yes, it was a defensive wall that was able to deal with. It's really there to check things. It's not going to get kills. It's just to make sure. It's just there to make sure things are to be able to shuffle things around. Entei was surprisingly good at a bunch of matches. Some of the matches it came to, except for volume, it didn't do anything because it just couldn't break Jellicent because he brought a flame orb Jellicent, which is an amazing bring because I brought Talk to for that. But yeah, other Entei was only able to really deal with Corviknight, so that's something to keep in mind. But Entei was actually pretty good. Otherwise, it kind of it's nice now that it's able to run extreme speed and flare blitz without having to run adamant all the time, which is I kind of like that, to be honest, with this DLC. So that's something to keep in mind. Rillaboom. Now, Rillaboom, it was interesting, right? So matches it came, it was kind of interesting in the fact that Rillaboom did play in roles in certain games. It did really well, and the main thing though is the main game that did really well though was against Crypto, which you already saw. Sorry about that, but yeah, Rillaboom was interesting. I don't know if I'll draft it again. The reason I really drafted Rillaboom was to get a breaker, and I wanted to try some Gen 8 mons. I was in multiple leagues at this point. I've already done multiple Gen 8 leagues, and I still had barely drafted any Gen 8 mons, which is kind of sad to think about. Let me see exactly if there's a list. I think at this point, the only Gen 8 mons I used was Inteleon and league I just picked up like a while back because I just wanted to finish out the league. They need somebody to finish out the league. Corviknight in a tournament. Dollar the Beast. Yes. I actually drafted it in the league. I'll be uploading soon, but I will get into that. Colossal I drafted in the league I'm coming up to, and I drafted Cramorant, Toxtricity, and Grimmsnarl in a league I've done I have not uploaded, and then actually I've drafted a decent amount at this point. At the time of this draft, though, I didn't draft that much. I didn't have that many. At Copper Ajah, I never brought it. I think I brought it maybe twice, just as a defensive pivot. Never really used it to extent in that pickup league. Glaring Weezing, I used a couple times, but it was just for tournaments. And then Dragapult, which I loved using in a tournament, but that's the only Gen 8 mons I've used. There's a lot more Gen 8 mons I still want to use. Um, but that's something to keep in mind when I'm talking about this. That's kind of when this draft happened. I didn't have a lot of these on my team. At that point, I only had when I drafted this team, I only had used Kramer and Toxtricity in Grimmsnarl, and I was done with like 5-6 leagues at that. I think at that point, I don't know exactly. I forgot exactly, but yeah. Como, you already know Como is the beast. Of course, though, unfortunately, we lose the finals to Crit on it. But Como, like, it wasn't as good as it was last season, but that's the last times I've used it. But that's just because of the fact that it really, the problem with it was that it wasn't able to be more versatile in the Clangor Soul set. And of course, it misses Z moves, but Clangor Soul was like one of the big things that they wanted to nerf in this league for Como. Looking at Crypto and Sketch again, because they're scared of it. They're scared of Como, but we'll talk about that. That's something another time. But Como actually is my overall kill leader at this point. It may be subject to change too soon, but it's at 59 kills, I think it was, right now. But it's actually pretty good. Skuntank, interesting. Didn't really do too much this season. I'll be honest. It lost to a 1v1 against a Cursaw from Splurge. It lost. It's the reason I didn't get a 6L. It lost to TCMTL. Well, it took out a Registeel and then died to everything. And then the only thing it really did was really crucial was Force Prep, to be honest, too. But it took out the Scolipede with the Endeavor set from Crypto with that crazy read with the Pursuit. So that's something to keep in mind. Palossand. So Palossand came to 2 games. The second game, it was a lot better in. The first game, it just got it was not that good at it. It did not do well against Slap. Did not expect this set. So, but yeah, Palossand, interesting. Mon. Would possibly draft it again. It actually was it's kind of underrated. It puts in a lot of work, to be honest, and it's really good for like stopping some certain mons, such as like Scolipede. Like Scolipede can't touch this really, like Palossand. It's kind of crazy. But yeah, then Trapinch didn't come to any games. Just picked it up as a 1-point mod to play mind games. I could have grabbed a Sticky Webber in that spot, but I decided to go with Trapinch to try to maybe bring on the fact that he shouldn't bring Steel types. Teams shouldn't be bringing Steel types, but people didn't prep for Trapinch anyway, so it doesn't even matter. But yeah, and then Heracross. Heracross is the last mod that I'd like to probably talk about this season, because the only other mod I brought from the free agents that I made was Kyurem, and Kyurem just died to a Flare Blitz from Dawnmidst, which we're not going to talk about. Heracross was actually decent in the one time I brought it. If I played it better that game, Heracross could have swept, but I might draft Heracross again, depending on the team. But I don't know. I kind of liked it. Dropping Heracross kind of like helped my team a lot, I think. So that's kind of like something I wanted to put around. One thing I will say is I will not draft a team that's so really difficult on breaking Steel types, because the thing is, so the combination of Torrentee, Rillaboom, and Magneyancy and Jirachi, I guess, and Skuntank to an extent, invites in Steel types. The one thing that's good out of it though is that they all get coverage against the team, because of the fact that Torrentee gets Heat Wave, Magneyancy gets Earth Power, Mystical Fire, Rillaboom gets Superpower, High Horsepower, and Earthquake if I don't want to run Grassy Surge, and Skuntank gets Fire Blast. So they do have coverage for it, which is kind of interesting. So it's kind of like a Lures, which is really cool. I kind of like that about the team, but I also I would have liked to have more offensive pressure to deal with Steel types. Not my main first couple picks not being able to deal with Steel types, because I did have Kyurem, I remember, at some point. But that was really difficult at breaking steel types other than earth power. So what my thing is that I'm gonna build more the first couple of picks being more synergistically better. Because yes, this team allowed Mega Nancy to shine, but it didn't do anything in playoffs really. Fact, um, it didn't touch the field against TCMTO. Against Crypto, it died because I made a misplay. And Dawn, I didn't get to use it because he got crit. Because Como got crit. So, yeah, maybe I probably want to use him more better as a breaker, I guess, during playoffs, like I did during the regular season. I mean, actually, no, it did a lot of work in TCMTL. It did hit the field. I'm not bad. I was just able to play the long game with it. But yeah, GG to Dawnmidst again. Thank you all so much for regular season. I'll be back for season 6, as I said before. I don't know if I'll be uploading it though, or if I do the playoffs situation again, if I make playoffs. Let me know what you guys think about me just uploading playoffs, because it makes it a lot easier for me, and I can go a lot more in depth in the team builders in the team, if I do it the playoff style, especially. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Until until the next draft, which is, by the way, coming up this weekend, I believe, MLP Season 9 adaptability draft out. That's something that's just a little hint of what the league's going to be. It's not post DLC though. It's it's before DLC, so that's something to keep in mind. And there's no cut moves allowed. But yeah, thank you all so much for watching. Until next time, Bash.